press the buttons. How are we doing? I must admit, we haven't been paying attention, so 68% done. Okay. Whoa! Yeah. Okay. It does help if you put the weeder down before you press the go button, obviously. Oops, keep going backwards. Okay, forwards, lower, cruise control. That's much more sedate. Okay. So already 9 o'clock game day. We got up at 6 o'clock. And we are almost 2 fields of weeding down. I'm gonna guess 9. Get 2 more done by midday, and then we've got 2 more to do after that. So it's probably going to be 6 o'clock in the evening game day by the time we've finished all of this weeding. On our fields, we also need to fertilise the fields. What I might do is set the doits loose in the afternoon. I don't have a lot. Well, I don't have a lot of money right now this minute. However, we are going to get paid for 2 weeding contracts, although I don't think they pay particularly well. It's probably enough money to see us using a worker. And then later on we can take a look at baling contracts. I didn't look at the oat field either. It might be we can forage the oat field. I'm going to need a little bit of money for that as well. So we'll get the weeding done June 1. I'll try and get the spraying done on the fields. As I weed them, I'll get the sprayer out to the field we already did and get that sprayed. The problem is we're going to use a lot of spray because we're spraying corn. Corn needs a very high nitrogen level, and the nitrogen level in the cornfields is horribly deficient at the moment. I guess that gives me something to do off camera. And we've still got Monday. Monday is going to be another stream day, first day of 2024, yay. And I'll have a new train on my calendar, because I have train calendars. But we will, we'll be back on Monday with some stuff. It's 11:40 now. I'm going to finish up this field, we'll get paid. Then I might go and get the doits. Set it loose on, well, now there's a thing. So courseplay sometimes doesn't work, but maybe a normal worker does. So what I might do is just I'll try and plot a course, but we did plot one yesterday, or yesterday's stream, where we ended up with the course plotting outside of the bounds of the field by about 3 times the field width. Anyway, how much is this paying? 2,000. It's not too bad, I guess. So we're going to make about 4,000 total on the 2 weeding contracts. I've got 2,500. It's only going to cost, overnight, it's only going to cost me, is it £62 to maintain all the buildings on the farm? So we can cover that. We won't have any loan payments until July 1, by which time I should have a lot of money in the bank because we will be selling the grass silage when it's finished fermenting tomorrow, game day. So I still have a chunk of field over there. What I'll probably end up doing, I'll come down the field in the other direction. We'll get as much of that bit as we can, and then I'll run across that hedgerow to the top, and the angled part of the field will do our best. How's 85%? We don't have an awful lot left to do. Another trip down the field should get us to about 90 to 91%, I'm guessing. So there really isn't a lot to go after this. Oh, actually this fits all the way to the edge. Nice. Let's back up a little bit more. Lower the tool and go. Oh, okay. Engage forward gear and go. Yay. So as I said, we should end up, I think, with about 1% at 91%, 92% at the end of this. And this is struggling. This hill is not friendly. Now, I know this tractor does have the power to run this hoe, but give it hell and it notices it. And the same is true with haulage. If I'm hauling grain in the grain cart or silage in the grain cart, this tractor notices the hills where formerly the Class 940 or the AGCO 1000 doesn't really notice the hills quite so much. Not that we have very many hills we need to negotiate. When we come to selling, we're selling down at the BGA, the export store, whatever it's called, and they're all quarter of a mile from the farm downhill. So we're coming back to the farm uphill. But that's really not an issue. And I forgot to check. We're at 91%, but I've done half of this strip here. Okay, there is, you can see the tyre tracks at distance. So I think for the most part we've caught most of this. Alrighty. This is not, I don't know if this is looking good for a completion. I've pretty much driven everywhere. We've just got this little section up here. It might be enough, I guess. We'll find out. Normally a contract will, you do 90% to 97% of it and it counts as completed. It never asks you to completely cover a field 100% with whatever it is you're doing. Although on this map, I think baling contracts are very beneficial. You only have to deliver about 70% of the yield to get complete payment. So you end up with 30% bonus stuff if you do 100% of the contract. Okay, 3, 2, 1, there it is, and drop that. And engage the GPS thing. Go. How are we doing? Oh, 99%. Okay, so no biggie. We are going to get this done within the next couple of seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now. Come on, you know you want to finish it. Contract finished, yes. Folding is not allowed while the tool is lowered. Well, fancy that. Let's get paid. Collect. So all that, well, there's a lot more baling contracts. There's also a couple of fertilization contracts. That's good. So let's jump over to the Deutz. That way. Oh, come on. Do that. Turn off that. Find the Deutz. There it is. We have 2,589 litres of the liquid goodness for the plants. Let's go introduce them to it. Well, actually, I do need the help on because I need to see crop sensors are on. So I do believe in a little bit disconcerting. When a worker stops, it turns off everything. Sometimes it folds up things as well, but it turns off everything, which means the sprayer, when you send the worker home, it turns it off, but it also turns off the crop sensors. And there is no way to tell that the crop sensors are actually running, which is a little bit unfortunate. Okay, course play, 24 meters, multiple tools, 1 headland, multiple tools 1. We do the center first, then we go round clockwise, up and down, and generate. Well, that looks like it's generated a good course that remains within the bounds of the field. Let's go find the little blue arrow. Okay, we should still be here for at least another 10 minutes. And go. You can see where we've missed mowing the corners, because it's still got nitrogen in it from the grass, the uncut grass. Okay, you can see this is going green. If I go precision farming, nitrogen, this outside bit is 0, 20 at best. The middle bit, 180 is what corn needs. So we're going from 0 to 180 kilos per hectare in one spray. And that little counter there is going down quite quickly. As I said, we're going to chew through the liquid fertilizer on these fields because corn is ravenous. it is what it is. And that's why when, you know, I don't know I'd have time to. If I do what I'm doing at the moment, where I'm planting this field with grass, I'm getting first cut, and then I'm turning the field over in less than a month to put corn in it, because the first day I can feasibly cut grass is the last day I can plant corn, or last month I can plant corn. The other way I have done things in the past is to come out with a slurry tank and spread slurry on the field, so that we go back to here again. We're putting out 180, there's 200 there, there's 160 there. I would come out and put 120 to 140 kilos per hectare of slurry down, because slurry is free, or digestate, but that's free. And then we come out, we plant the field, and then we top off with the spray later. That's typically how we did it on many of my past series. But I'm not sure I've got enough time to do that in one day, or one game month. We'll be very, very, very busy. It takes a good day and a half to mow all the fields and collect them. Fortunately, we now got a big M, so that does take out some of the delay that we've had bringing in the grass. And then you've got to get the field tools out there, and you've got to have enough tractors to do them all. And if you're spreading slurry and mowing, you're mowing and you're collecting the grass, you're then mulching, cultivating, slurry, lime, seeds, and then rolling again. That's a lot of jobs, and I've got 5 tractors, I think. Might have 4. So it's, that's where it starts coming tight, and I start needing more tractors so I can just do the jobs I need to do in the limited time available. And of course you're doing that, and then for the rest of the year you've got all your equipment sitting around doing nothing, because I don't have a massive need to get the thing done. GPS is on. Set heading, set cardinal, back, drive, lower the thing, go. 3. So jobs are working. We're paying the dude to spray while we amble around these fields and pull up the stuff. However, there are 2 fertilization contracts going. So the other thing we're looking at here is this field has a score of 90, which we're losing 10 points for the weed control. Our farm has a score of 79. We're losing points on tillage at the moment, and we're losing almost 50. The weed control, the 17.1, is this one field here where we've done the weed control and pulled it up a bit. We've lost a little on nitrogen and pH. Those happen when you harvest. Oops. And that happens when you're not looking where you're going. I can't remember if weeding is one of the mods I'm running. Anyway, so yes, a 90 score is not bad. The problem is this area is 77, and he's probably never going to improve from that. So that is always going to drag down our farm's environmental scoring. Sometimes there's nothing you can do about poor environmental score on some patches of ground, and when that happens, you lose your environmental score, which is why I'm doing this and I'm not doing spraying, because spraying damages crops and this doesn't, at least not until they get soil compaction into the game, and then we all have to refigure the math and what's the best way to do a thing. Anyway. Well, it's coming up 12 o'clock. Press that button, press that button, press that button, press that button, go. So what I was actually coming to this screen to do was to look up that one and that one. So with the fertilisation contracts, that's how much they're going to pay me, 3,600. Effectively it's 2,200 because there's about £1,400 tied up in the fertiliser that we're going to use. But I don't think that's entirely accurate. Sometimes I think some of the math that's used to calculate a thing is a little bit off, especially when it comes to yields. Because there's so much variability in what yield you're going to get. So as we round on to midnight, we will be back on Monday morning, bright and early. I missed a spot. Don't say that. No, I do miss a spot. I'm missing bits all the way along the bottom of that edge and all the way along the top of this edge because the tractor's that long and the weeder won't reach into the corner. Well, if I have to, I'll run top and tail strips to get the bits we missed because we're not. I mean, we're not anywhere close to missing the width of the weeder. It's just that we'll be credited with finishing the field way before I have to do a top and tail run to polish off. Okay. Concerningly, we are now down to 38% in our liquid fertilizer tank. The Deutz has 25 seconds to finish the mission, so not too bad. We'll still have more than 30% left, which, you know, and I think I've still got fertilizer in the shed, in the storage on the farm, so not too much worries there. Tractor is now down to 93% maintenance, so we're not eating through the oil and filters that quickly, I guess. There you go, course play is done. guess we can run over there, take a look at it. Pick that up there. Okay, let's go look at the Deutz. What a fine job it did. Indeed. A truly marvellous piece of work. It's missed the corners. And you know what, right now I'm not worried about that. I'm gonna start ignoring the corners when we do, because we're foraging the field. Courseplay is going to skip those corners, so why waste money with fertilizer that we're not going to get the yield out of that corner anyway. So I'm happy. I'm happy. Hope you're happy too. Fertilization 23 and 60. I know where 23 is. Where's 60? Where is 60? There's 23. I know 23's up there. There's 60. I think I can possibly cut through to there. Am I in the Deutz? No. No, I am. Oh. I can't get the work to happen because I don't actually have vehicle selected or worker selected. Boop. And he's off. And running. Yay, worker dude. Okay, yes, so how many backing incidents today? Surprisingly few, and none of them were backing incidents. They were all going forwards incidents. Because why not? Context. Go, drive, 3. Okay, so as I was saying, I will be back on Monday. Everybody have a good New Year's, and I will see you next year. But for now, I need food and some liquid refreshment, so I'm out of here. Have fun, everybody. Bye.